Good day, everyone. Welcome back to Teach, Train, Transform. My name is Sir Z, your big brother and explorer buddy in this amazing world of science. I'm a DepEd public grade school teacher, basically teaching science for grades 4, 5, and 6. But just to help you out, guys, I'm also doing music currently for grade 6. But I'm going to be making videos as well for grade 4 and grade 5 to help you out. Kasi yung dalawang yun ang medyo nahihirapan ng aking mga estudyante. Baka just in case makatulong din po sa inyo. And before we proceed, I would like to encourage you to hit that like button to inspire me to continue and subscribe na rin para on a weekly basis ay nakakatanggap kayo or nare-receive nyo on your YouTube screen yung mga weekly lessons na ginagawa ko just to help you out, okay? Just to help you out. So for today, we will be talking about Science 5 Quarter 2 Module 1 Week 1. It says here Week 1, but basically kasi ilo-localize ito and there are more than one lessons in a module. They divide this to different weeks para hindi mahirapan ng ating mga estudyante just like what I'm doing with my own students. So the topic is human reproductive systems and their functions. But for this particular video, may part 2 pa just in case na nandun na kayo, you can go straight to that one. For this particular video, we are talking about the male reproductive system. For our references, we are using the regular self-learning module from DepEd Commons because yun ang ginagamit namin. But at the same time, since I am an E2 Lite tutor din for science, and in there, we also use PBOT module from Calabarzon. So some of the learning tasks na alam kong ipapagawa or kailangan sagutan sa pivot module or learning activity sheets based on pivot module ay nandito rin sa video nito. As long as that it is all about male reproductive system. For our most essential learning competencies or yung goal natin to learn is to be able, after this lesson, describe the parts of the reproductive system and their functions. And like I said, for the male reproductive system. So if you're good to go, let's dive in and learn. Alright, so what's in? Sabi niya dito guys, males and females differ in body structure. Of course, alam naman natin yon dahil hindi naman magkaparehas ang katawan ng babae at lalaki. You can tell whether a person is a male or a female by looking at his or her body structure. The male and female reproductive systems have something to do with these differences and changes observed in their physical appearance. So basically, kahit ang pinag-usapan natin ay yung reproductive system ng lalaki at ng babae or their sexual organs or their genitalia, yung nga yung other term ng sex organ is genitalia, basically nandun din sa reproductive system ng lalaki at babae ang dahilan kung bakit nagkakaroon tayo ng mga characteristics, physical characteristics and features na pang lalaki at pang babae. Sa lalaki tulad ng mga muscles, bigote, pagtubo ng Adam's apple, pagbabago ng boses. Sa babae naman ay yung paghubog ng katawan nila, paglaki ng dibdib, yung balakang, at yung kutis nila. Lahat yun ay actually galing dun sa hormones na nilalabas ng ating mga reproductive system. Kaya hindi pwedeng mag-mix up unless there is a what we call abnormality or hindi tamang pagtimpla sa genes. So let's continue. Unang-una makikita sa regular self-learning module ay yung tinatawag na what's in. Don't you worry guys, yung pivot ay nilagay ko dun sa activity parts. So what's in, sabi niya dito, in case na yung learning activity sheets nyo ay may ganito, I will help you out with this one. Directions, tell whether the physical change happens to a male or to a female. Place a check mark under the correct column as you answer. So we have here yung column ng physical changes 1 to 5. So kapag ang sinasabi sa number ay pang lalaki, place a check mark for that one under the male column. At pag siya ay pang babae, place the check mark under the female column. So the first one, appearance of beard. Beard means yung nanditong buhok natin mga boys. Hindi yung ito kasi ito ay mustache. Ito ay beard. Ito yung namang galing sa ating patilya. Patilya man tawag dito. Sideburns naman yan. So sideburns, beard, at saka mustache. So ano yan? Is it for male or female? Of course, this one is obviously for male. Siyempre, mahirap naman magkaroon ng bigote ang mga babae. Although merong mga lugar actually na meron talagang ganyan. And hindi yan kakaiba sa kanila. Kasi siguro ganun ang genes nila doon sa country or lugar na yon. So nagkakaroon ng chances na may mga babaeng nagkakaroon ng balbas o kaya ng bigote. How about number 2, development of breast? Sa lalaki ba yan o sa babae? Of course, that is for the female. Hips become wider and rounded, sabi sa number 3. Is it for male or the female? That is for the female, of course. That's why kahit na, for example, payat yung babae nung bata siya, nung nagdadalaga siya ay nagkakaroon na ng hubog at hugis ang kanyang balakang because these are normal characteristics or traits ng development ng isang katawan ng babae. Number 4, Adam's apple gets bigger. Is that for the male or the female? That is for the male, of course. Yung parang bumubukol dito sa ating lalamunan na nagiging dahilan kung bakit nagbabago ang ating boses. So yung nagbibinata, di ba, pumipiyok, that's because that is the time na de-develop na or nag-grow na ang kanyang Adam's apple. And for the last number under what's in, muscles become bigger and stronger. Is that for the male or the female? That is for the male, of course. Normal sa katawan ng lalaki na kahit payat siya, natural lang na we grow stronger and our muscles become bigger. But it doesn't mean, of course, females cannot do that. Hindi nga lang natural sa kanila. You need to exert effort nga lang tulad ni Heidelin Diaz. Okay? It's possible, but it's not natural characteristics ng development para sa mga babae. So let's now talk about lesson 1, the male reproductive system. Like I said, video number 2 is for the female reproductive system. Kung nandun na kayo, you can jump to that one later on. What is it? The male reproductive system is composed of several organs. Kaya nga sinabing system kasi marami-raming different organs na work together in order to perform their duty as a system. It is responsible for producing sperm cells sa lalaki. Unang-unang ginagawa or of course may isip natin is that it produces sperm cells. Ano ba yung sperm cells? Ito yung kailangan para makabuo ng baby. And hormones. Yung hormones na sinasabi ko, yun yung responsible sa mga physical changes sa katawan natin. So yung mga chemicals na gumagawa ng ating anyo bilang lalaki or babae ay actually na-produce sa ating reproductive system. Nadi-discuss natin mamaya. So ito yung sperm cell. Makikita nyo yung picture. Yan, may ulo siya and may tail. Male reproductive sex cell ang sperm cell. Pag sinabing reproductive sex cell, ay ginagamit sa pag-reproduce or paggawa ng babies and ito ay galing sa male pag sperm. Composed of a head and a tail. So may ulo at buntot. Ang ulo basically yung talagang may dala ng gagamitin panggawa ng baby. Yung tail ay ginagamit nila para makapunta dun sa egg cell ng babae. So hihiwala yung tail kapag successful na silang nakarating. Important to fertilize an egg cell or female sex cell. Ibig sabihin sila ang kailangan to fertilize an egg cell and make a baby. That is sperm. Ano naman yung hormone na sinabi ko? Although in-explain ko na sa inyo kanina, bigyan natin siya ng formal definition. Hormones are different chemical substances that act like messenger molecules in the body. So sila yung parang chemical, ang galing ni Lord, di ba? Sila yung chemical na may utos, may dala ng utos na kailangan maging ganito ang iyong itsura, na kailangan maging ganito ang gagawin ng cell body mo, na kailangan maging ganito ang mangyayari sa katawan mo. So, sa ating reproductive system, mapoproduce ang hormones, tapos pupunta sa iba't ibang parts ng katawan natin, at sila ang nagsasabi doon kung ano dapat ang mga pagbabagong mangyayari. Made in one part of the body, they travel to other parts of the body where they help control how cells and organs do their work. Yun nga yung sinabi ko kanina, na sila yung nagsasabi kung anong gagawin ng mga cells sa katawan natin. Okay, dun sa regular module natin ay merong ganito, isang illustration ng male reproductive system na side view and also yung mga parts and functions. But don't you worry, alam ko maliit yan sa screen ninyo, kaya nga pag-aaralan natin sila ng hiwa-hiwalay. Beginning with, of course, yung pinaka-obvious, yung penis ng lalaki. So ano nga ba yung penis? It is the external male sex organ. External, ibig sabihin kasi nakikita sa labas. Male sex organ covered with foreskin that may be removed through circumcision. So ibig sabihin, naturally, mayroong ekstrang balat na pwede namang tanggalin sa pamamagitan ng pagtutuli, pero kaya ako sinabing maybe or pwede kasi mayroon tayong mga kapatid na ibang religion or tradition or custom na hindi sila nagsi-circumcision, which we respect yung tradition, custom, and beliefs nila yon. ang dulo, glass ng penis ay tinatawag na glans. Yung parang kumbaga sa practical na salita ay yung ulo ng penis, ang tawag doon ay glans. Tandaan nyo yan kasi nakita ko yan sa mga questions ng inyong module. So may possibility na pag move kayo sa ibang grade level ay baka mabanggit ulit yan. At least now you know na yung tip of the penis or yung ulo ng penis ay tinatawag na glans. Urethra. Urethra is the passageway of both urine and semen as it goes out from the body. Ibig sabihin, ito yung parang daanan ng liquid mula sa loob ng katawan natin. Pwedeng urine yan or ihi sa Tagalog or yung semen na ilalabas ng lalaki para madala yung sperm cell doon sa egg cell ng babae. Okay, magkaiba ang semen sa sperm cell. Ang semen ay yung liquid na lalanguyan ni sperm cell. Kasi si sperm cell siya yung buhay, yung semen ay yung liquid na hindi buhay. Siyempre, although may mga nutrients siya. Again, daanan ng ihi, tsaka ng semen, or daanan ng urine and semen, urethra ang tawag dyan. Next on our list is what we call the vas deferens. So para hindi kayo malito sa drawing, ito ay yung ito yung ugat na nagmumula dito papunta doon sa pupuntahan niya na i-indicate natin mamaya. So ano siya? Siya ay isang long muscular tube that serves as a passageway of the sperm cells released from the testes. Ang testes kasi mamaya na pag-uusapan natin ang gumagawa ng sperm cell. So syempre kapag ginawa doon, at pag lumabas, kailangan ng daanan. Kaya ang daanan na yon ay tinatawag nating vas deferens. It also connects the testes to the seminal vesicle and urethra. So mula sa testes, idudugtong si testes ni vas deferens sa punta sa seminal vesicle at saka sa urethra. Ano ba yung mga yon? I-explain natin mamaya pagpunta natin sa parts na yon. It says here, a long tube that connects the testes and the prostate gland. I believe galing ito sa pivot module. So basically, class, yung vas deferens ay yung tubo na nakakonekta dun sa testes para pag lumabas na yung sperm sa testes, doon dadaan palabas yung sperm cell sa vas deferens. So, sabi niya dito, for the pathway of the sperm during ejaculation. Ano ba ibig sabihin ng ejaculation? Ejaculation is the process of releasing sperm out of the system. So yung pag meron ng sperm cells na mature na yung testes, ilalabas ito, dadaan sa ibang parts ng reproductive system ng lalaki. At pag lumabas na siya sa lalaki mismo, sa penis, ang tawag dun sa pangyayaring yon ay ejaculation. Lumabas yung sperm cell dun sa katawan ng lalaki. And now, we go to the testes, which is one of the most important part of the male reproductive system. The testes, sa Tagalog, walang mali siya. Ito yung tinatawag nating itlog. Itlog ng lalaki. But basically, it is called testes. The testes is the glands that produces sperm cells. Number 1 yon. Ito ang nagpo-produce ng sperm cells. And, of course, sabi ko nga, yung mga pagbabago sa ating kaanyuan bilang lalaki or bilang babae galing sa ating mga reproductive systems. So sa lalaki, ang male sex hormone called testosterone galing din sa testes. So dalawa ang pinuproduce ng testes, yung sperm cell na panggawa ng baby at yung hormone na testosterone para maging mukhang lalaki tayo. So kapag nagkukulang ang lalaki ng hormone para ma-develop siya into maging mukhang lalaki, yun yung time na parang nagiging babae siya sa kaanyuan. Yun yung kailangan natin kung gusto niya maging lalaki, right? Plural kasi pwede kayong malito. Mayroon kayong makikitang testes tapos yung isa testis. Plural testes. Ibig sabihin yung dalawang testes. Well, yung dalawa. Singular naman ay testis kung yung isa lang ang iyong tinutukoy. Kasi dalawa yan, class. So kung meron ka lang isa, hindi ko alam kung ano nangyari. Note, sabi niya dito, the testes protrudes outside the body because the temperature inside the body cavity is warmer and not suitable for the development of sperm cells. Yan ay paliwanag lang kung bakit nasa labas si testes. Bakit hindi nasa loob? Bakit hindi nasa loob? That's because yung sperm cell na ginagawa ni testes hindi pwedeng mainitan. Kaya nung ginawa ni Lord ang lalaki, si Adam, ang testes ay nasa labas para hindi naiinitan yung sperm cell na kailangan sa paggawa ng mga bagong human beings. In the form of course of baby muna. So nilabas siya. Ngayon, dahil nasa labas yung testes, hindi naman pwedeng nakalitaw lang yan. Kailangan meron yung lalagyan, di ba? At ang tawag sa lalagyan na yon ay scrotum, yung balat kung saan nasa loob yung ating mga testes. Ang tawag doon sa lalagyan yon ay scrotum. So, scrotum is a pouch-like sacs that supports the testes. So, pag sinabing what supports the testes, ito ay yung tinatawag na scrotum or yung balat kung saan hinahawakan niya yung tinatawag nating itlog ng lalaki. Walang mali siya, just scientific learning. So, scrotum controls the inside temperature because the testes must be slightly cooler than the body to produce the sperm cells. We now have what we call the seminal vesicle. Ito ay isa sa mga dinudugtungan ng vas deferens kanina, yung galing sa testes, may tubo, which is the vas deferens, and then it connects itself, yung vas deferens na connecta sa tinatawag na seminal vesicle. The seminal vesicle is like a sac-like pouch attached to the vas deferens. Pouches, sabi niya dito, kasi dalawa naman ang testes, so dalawa ang ating vas deferens, so dalawa rin ang ating seminal vesicle. Kaya nga sabi niya, seminal vesicles. Ito yung nagpo-produce ng sugar-rich fluid that provides energy to sperm cells motility. Ano ibig sabihin nun? Kasi yung sperm cell is a living cell. In fact, it's an independent living cell. Ibig sabihin, sa katawan nating mga lalaki, may sarili ang buhay. Kaya nga makakagawa yan ng baby, di ba? So, dahil may buhay yan, kailangan niya ng nourishment, ng pagkain para magkaroon siya ng energy. Tulad natin, pag hindi tayo kumakain, magiging mathina tayo, matamlay tayo. Ganun din sila. So, kailangan nila ng sugar-rich fluid para sa kanilang energy for their motility. Ano yung motility? It's their ability to move kasi kailangan makagalaw sila. Dahil lalamoy sila, lilipat sila, at hahanapin nila yung egg cell ng babae. It is responsible for the secretion of fluids containing fructose. Yung fructose ay yung sugar. May mucus din. Ang mucus ay ginagamit sa layman na parang sipon, pero hindi sipon of course, kundi yung malagkit lang. Bakit? Kasi yung sperm cell ay kailangan mabalutan para maprotektahan. And prostaglandins. Ano ba itong mga ito? Bigyan natin ng definition. Sabi ko nga yung fructose ay yung content na nag-nourish sa sperm to stay healthy because they contain sugar-rich content para manatiling energetic ang mga sperm cell. Yung mucus is to protect the sperm cell at yung prostaglandin content triggers uterine contraction. Pag sinabing uterine, ito ay may kinalaman sa uterus ng babae at pag sinabing contraction ay yung paghigpit. So meron palang chemical or substance sa katawan ng lalaki na nakakaapekto ng physical sa katawan or reproductive organ ng babae. Yan yung prostaglandin. So mula sa seminal vesicle, we now go to prostate gland. Ano naman yung prostate gland? It is a walnut-sized gland that secretes ng sustansya para sa sperm cell and it is located between the bladder and the penis. Ano yung bladder? Ito yung lalagyan ng ating urine or ihi matapos maipon ito galing sa filtration ng kidney. Prostate gland is the reason of the smell of the semen which is due to alkaline fluid that neutralizes vaginal acids. Ano ibig sabihin nun? Yung semen kasi meron siyang kakaibang amoy. Ang amoy na yon ay dahil sa alkaline fluid na binigay ni prostate gland. Sinabi ko kanina. At ang purpose ng alkaline fluid na yon ay in-neutralize yung vaginal acids. So, sinabi vaginal acids, pang babae yon, may asido. Ang asido matapang, kawawa ang ating sperm cell. Hindi pwede siyang ma-expose sa acid. Kaya nga binibigyan si semen na nilalangoyan ni sperm cell ng alkaline fluid ni prostate gland para maprotektahan siya doon sa vaginal acids na nandoon sa vagina ng babae. We now go to Cowper's gland. Cowper's gland, also called bulboretral gland. Bulboretral gland. One of the two-piece size organs beneath the prostate gland. So napakaliit lang niya. At ang kanyang purpose ay responsible in releasing fluid that removes foreign matter and neutralizes the acidic urine in the urethra. Ano ba yung urethra? Yung daanan ng ihi. And natural lang na sa pagdaan-daan ng ating urine sa urethra ay may nade-develop na acid doon or may naiiwan ng acid. Kaya nga kung minsan ay parang mainit or mahapdi, di ba? Kapag sobrang mataas ang acid content ng urine. And now we are on the epididymis. Basically, yung sinabi ko kanina na si testes, gagawa siya ng sperm, tas lalabas, dadaan sa vas deferens. Bago si vas deferens, ay merong pang part bago makapunta sa vas deferens, si sperm cell. At ito ay tinatawag na epididymis. It's a narrow coiled tube that temporarily stores immature sperm cells until they are matured enough to be released. Bakit sinabing matured enough? Kasi sa simula pa lang, baby, di ba? Baby pa yung mga sperm cells natin. Pero habang tumatagal na nagmamature sila, ay nagiging malikot sila. So pag naging malikot na sila, motile na sila, pwede na silang lumabas. Pero habang hinihintay yon, ilalagay muna kay epididymis habang nagmamature sila. Tapos pag mature na sila, lalabas na sila at dadaan sa vas deferens. So additional note, si penis has erectile tissues. Part pa rin yan, erectile tissues that are used during mating. Yung erectile tissues, ito yung nagpapatayo kay penis. So yung erectile tissues ay binobombahan ng dugo at kapag napuno ng dugo, tumitigas siya. That's why nagkakaroon ng erection si penis. Bladder, yung sinabi ko nga kanina na yung lalagyan ng urine or ihi matapos itong kolektahin mula sa kidney. Bakit nakalagay yan, sir? Pang ano yan Walang kinalaman sa reproduction. Yes, but connected kasi siya sa penis. Kaya kasama siya sa parts. Hindi nga lang sa reproduction, kundi dun sa part na may kinalaman sa penis mismo. And ureter, tube that carries urine from the kidney to the urinary bladder. Okay, urinary bladder, siya rin yung bladder. Yung ureter, yun yung tubo mula sa kidney. Mapapansin nyo, di ba, yung drawing ng kidney, may parang tubong ganon. Papunta sa bladder, yun ay ureter. Alright, so we move to what's more. Directions, activity number 1 sa regular self-learning module. Sabi dito, identify the parts of the male reproductive system that will complete the following sentences. Find the words written horizontally or vertically in the words search puzzle. So kung mapapansin nyo dyan sa activity na yan ay merong question. That's because yun ang tutulong sa inyo to identify na the words that are in the box. So for example, we got number 1, the blank is the external male organ which allows the passage of urine and semen. Ano ba itong external male organ na ginagamit para daanan ng ihi at ng semen para sa lalaki? Diba ito ay penis. So now you know the word. Hahanapin mo naman siya dun sa box and I'm going to help you out with some of this. So ito yung word na yan. Vertical, kaya patayo. Mamaya horizontally, pahiga naman. So for the number 2, the skin covering of the testes which is a sac-like structure is called. Ano daw yung balat na nagko-cover or nagtatakip dun sa mga testes or dun sa testes? That is called scrotum. And then we look for it in the box. So there it is. For our number 3, the blank is a narrow coiled tube which stores immature sperm cells. Di ba nga, gagawa ng sperm cell ang testes, tapos ay ilalabas siya pero itatago muna dun sa susunod na part para mag-mature. Ano yung part na yun kung saan itinatago yung mga bagong sperm cell hanggang mag-mature? That is called epididymis. Now you know the word, look for it in the box and it is right here. We now move to number 4. The blank protrudes outside the body and produces sperm cells. So protrudes ay nakausli outside the body. Pero mas madali maaalala siya by the next part of the sentence that says produces sperm cells. And it's right there, right? And now we go to the rest. Yung natitira dyan sa ating activity, you may proceed. Just answer it to identify the word and look for it afterwards doon sa box ng mga letters. Now we go to activity number 2, directions. Read each item carefully. Identify the parts of the male reproductive system being described. Choose the correct answer in the parentheses. So sabi niya dito, basahin natin yung mga nandun sa numbers and i-identify natin dun sa close parentheses kung sino siya. So for the number 1, this one is testes because the number 1 says produces sperm cell and male sex hormones. Kahit nga hindi mo maalala yung male sex hormones na ginagawa niya, testosterone, yung produces sperm cells pa lang ay alam na natin na siya ay testes or testis kung iisa lang. Number 2, controls its temperature because the testes must be a little cooler than the body to produce sperm cells. Control the temperature ng testes, di ba? Iisa lang yan. At yun yung lalagyan niya. Anong tawag dun sa lalagyan ng testes? Correct. Scrotum. That is very good. We now go to number 3. It serves as passageway or daanan ng sperm cells released from the testes. So, daanan ng sperm cell pag lumabas na siya sa testes. Yung isang sinabi ko kanina, di ba, lalagyan kapag hinihintay pang mag-mature. Ito ay daanan na. So, is it urethra or vas deferens? Vas deferens, that is correct. Very good. For number 4, it acts as an outlet for urine to leave the body. So, isa siyang labasan ng ihi para makalabas sa katawan ng tao. Ito ba ay penis or Cowper's gland? What is your answer? That is correct. Penis is the correct answer. Kasi Cowper's gland naman, wala namang kinalaman yan sa urine. Okay, so madali lang yun. Number 5, responsible in releasing fluid that removes foreign matter and neutralizes the acidic urine in the urethra. Ito yung sinabi ko kanina na naglalabas ng fluid para linisin or hugasan yung daanan ng semen at ng urine. Kasi nga may naiiwan ng acid, napapasukan siguro ng germs, bacteria, kailangan linisin yon. So, nililinis siya nito. Sino siya? That is correct. That is Cowper's gland. Kasi yung testis, alam naman natin, ang trabaho nun ay mag-produce ng sperm cell, di ba? We now move to the next part. Number 6, produces a sugar-rich fluid that provides energy to sperm cells' motility. Ano ulit yung motility? Ability to move. So ano yung part ng reproductive system ng lalaki na nagpo-produce ng sugar-rich, yung bibigay para magkaroon ng energy in sperm cell? That is seminal vesicle, because yung penis naman ay madali lang makilala at alam natin na hindi siya yun. Alright? Number 7, the passageway of urine from the urinary bladder and semen. So, yung pinakadaanan ng urine at ng semen palabas sa katawan ng lalaki. Is it scrotum or urethra? Urethra is correct. Very good. Scrotum kasi is yung lalagyan ng testes. Number 8, stores immature sperm cells. Ito na yung sinasabi ko kanina. Pagkatapos gumawa ng sperm cell ni testis, hindi naman yan palalabasin agad. Ilalagay muna yan sa isang lalagyanan. Ano ang tawag sa lalagyanan na yon? That is epididymis. Very good, class. We now move to number 9. Secretes. Ibig sabihin ng secretes, naglalabas. Secretes fluids that nourishes and protects the sperm. Protect the sperm. So, is it the scrotum or the prostate gland? Scrotum is lalagyan ng testes. So, basically, ang sagot dyan ay prostate gland, of course. And for the last number, ano ang tawag sa tip of a penis or yung dulo ng penis or yung sinabi ko kanina, ulo ng penis? Glands. That is correct. Very good, guys. So let's now move on to the next activity, which is activity number 3. So dito sa activity na to, sa regular self-learning module ng DepEd, sabi sa directions, label the parts of the male reproductive system. So it's the same picture, binaliktad lang ng module. Ile-label nyo yung parts from 1 to number 10. At this time, I only have 10 seconds to answer for you to answer because of course, limited lang ang time natin on this video. But it doesn't matter. Ang mahalaga ay nagigets nyo ang ating lesson at namamaster nyo ang mga detalye ng lessons. So for example, 10 seconds, which is of course in the actual, kasama ng teacher nyo, mas matagal yan dahil sasagutan nyo talaga. But on this one, just 10 seconds and the timer is done. The answers for this are this one. Vas deferens, penis, urethra, epididymis, glands, testes, scrotum, Cowper's gland, prostate gland, and the seminal vesicle. And now, syempre, move naman tayo sa mga learning tasks from the pivot module. Same discussions lang guys, yung kanina, kasama rin yun sa pivot module. But pagdating sa activity, magkaiba sa regular self-learning module. So let's go naman sa learning task number 2 ng pivot module. Sir, bakit learning task number 2 na agad? Kasi yung learning task number 1 sa pivot module ay madali lang. May picture na dalawa doon, sabihin nyo lang kung pang male reproductive system yon or from female reproductive system. So madali lang yon. Ito kasi ay medyo nakakalito because of the different drawing. So it says here, identify the parts of the male reproductive organs based on the jumbled letters. Madali lang yung iba para sa inyo, but since this is different from the illustration na diniscuss natin kanina, I'm going to help you out with some of this. The first one is this one. So that's a bonus for you guys. It's ureter. Ano na yung ureter? Ito ay yung nagkokonekta sa kidney papunta sa bladder ng urine. And then we also have the bladder, of course, because binanggit natin yung ureter, syempre pupunta yung urine sa bladder. And seminal vesicle. So these are the things na medyo mahirap kasi nakakalito sa drawing. We also have the erectile tissue because hindi nakita sa illustration sa regular self-learning module, yung erectile tissue hindi in-identify, but ito yung parang matigas na muscle doon para kapag na-pump na, nabigyan na ng maraming dugo, ay mag-erectile or mag-erect yung penis ng lalaki. So, kayo nang bahala dito. Madali na lang yan, guys, based sa mga jumbled letters. Now we go to learning task number 3. Fill in the boxes of the flowchart with correct words showing how the semen is released from the male reproductive system. So medyo nakakalito ito because these are just boxes tapos pinasa ko yung instructions to answer. Kahit ako medyo hindi ko na-gets agad but eventually nakuha ko rin. But to help you out para hindi na kayo mahirapan, isusulat nyo lang yung daanan ng semen or ng sperm cell. I'm going to give you this para madali na lang. Nagsimula sa testis, and then nagtapos sa urethra. Pero dahil may rami pang ibang parts na involved, nakakalito pa rin, di ba? So, eto ang mga clues para sa inyo. Kayo na ang bahalang magkompleto ng mga yan. Very good for you guys. And also, pagkatapos nyo dyan, there is a part there under learning task 3 rin na kailangan nyo mag-connect. Based on what you have read, connect the words that are strongly related to each other to a line. Copy these words in your notebook. 1 to 6 are the parts of the reproductive system ng lalaki. I-connect nyo lang sila doon sa kabila kung saan sila may kinalaman. And now we jump to learning task number 5 because learning task number 4 is for the female reproductive system. So sabi dito, direction, write MR if the given word is a part of the male reproductive system. So kapag yung part na naka-number dyan ay panglalaki, lagay mo MR. If it's for pambabae, lagay mo FR. Pero kung sa tingin mo ay meron yan sa parehong babae at lalaki, especially yung may kinalaman sa urine or ihi, ilalagay mo ay both. BOTH. So, kaya nyo yan because I know naintindihan nyo yung ating discussion. Pero dun sa part na pang female reproductive system, kung kailangan nyo pa ng tulong, just go ahead and watch the video for female reproductive system. We now go to learning task 6. Directions label the parts of the male reproductive system. And since ito naman ay galing sa pivot module, iba ang ginamit natin sa discussion kanina, baka magkaroon ng kalituhan. Alright? So for that, to help you out, I'm going to give you this, which is the bladder or yung ipunan ng ating ihi from the kidney. And we also have the erectile tissue or yung nagpapatayo ng penis. But for the rest, you need to identify this with a S and V. So 2 word. This one is 2 words, then P and G. And the rest, madadali na lang yan. That's why I only indicated them as unknown or question mark. And I guess that's all about it for today. Dalawang module ang ating kinover, which is the regular self-learning module from DepEd Commons and also the pivot module na ginagamit sa Calabarzon and also sa Itulay session natin online. So with that, I therefore conclude that the human reproductive systems and their functions, the male reproductive system lesson is completed. And to complete your lesson for human reproductive systems and their functions, we have part 2, the female reproductive system, on video number 2 available na rin po for you to complete module number 1. Or maybe kung niliwahiwalay ang lesson under learning activity sheets localized by your teachers. And that wraps it up, guys. Thank you so much for participating. I know you're not able to participate virtually talaga because hindi naman tayo live, but I know that you are here watching because you wanted to learn. I gave you some of the answers during the activities because yun ay para matulungan kayong maintindihan ang lesson at ang kanyang details. But like I said, ang tunay na pagpapatunay na natutunan nyo ang lesson kay teacher ay yung assessment. So do well with that one. This is a video. You can replay it or go to the parts talking about something na nakalimutan nyo. Just do your best and God will do the rest for you. This is Sir Z once again from Teach Train Transform, and before I leave, I would like to encourage and request to you guys that to hit a simple action, hit that like button because I am providing lesson videos for the self-learning modules on a weekly basis. I would like to ask you then to subscribe para naman makasama ko kayo ulit. Take note, I'm doing for subjects, I'm doing science, grades 4, 5, and 6. Hindi ko na po masingit yung grade 3 as much as possible, but kung kakayanin ko pa, why not? But and also I'm doing Music 6 because I'm a grade 6 teacher. But kung kakayanin ko rin, ay isali ko na rin yung grade 4 and grade 5 music topics. But aside from that, I also do teaching and teacher-related videos. Ibig sabihin parang vlog, parang webinar style. So as long as there is teaching, there is training, and there is transforming of lives, that is Sir ZTV Teach Train Transform. So God bless you all of you. Keep on learning and learning as early as now because your future begins today. Your future is in your hands. So take good care of it today. This is Sir Z. Stay safe, everyone. Class dismiss.